The Indianapolis Colts are in an interesting situation this year as they bring in some more weapons for Anthony Richardson, but they also bring in Daniel Jones, who, let's be honest, is on the same level as Anthony Richardson. So what do you do there? Are you going to start Anthony Richardson? Do you start Daniel Jones? I'm a firm believer in you drafted Anthony Richardson with the 4th overall pick. You really only got to see him for a year because of an injury his rookie year. So how about we just let him continue to develop for now? Josh Downs, Michael Pittman Jr., Alec Pierce, good receiving duo. You got some stuff on the offensive line that you kind of need to, Glowinski, Bordellini, they need to be replaced. Smith, Raymond, and Quentin Nelson, they're good. Tyler Warren, an awesome tight end prospect. Hopefully he can kind of mesh well in this offense. Like I said, Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman Jr., they're great. Jonathan Taylor. I think he's good. I don't know. I feel like he gets hated on a lot. He's a good running back, and he's really, he's the best player on the offense. Outside of Quentin Nelson, but it's Jonathan Taylor and Quentin Nelson. They're the two. On the defensive side of the ball, you need some work. They did bring in Charvarius Ward this past year. So you get a second corner to go with Kenny Moore that is a lockdown guy. You bring in Bynum, another good safety. Nick Cross on that other side. I think Nick Cross has the potential to be really good. He's still young, so hopefully he can develop. Zaire Franklin, a good middle linebacker. Your other off ball is not great, but as far as D-line and pass rush goes, Latu, Buckner, Grover Stewart, draft Tiamalu this year. Still have Kwity Paye. I'm going to start Tiamalu because I want the young guy to develop. I know Kwity Paye is really only going to regress at this point in Madden, but with all these guys locked in and loaded, one or two other players, draft picks, free agents, this team's ready to roll and compete in a Super Bowl. And at the midseason, we got some stuff to work on. 3-4. Second in the division, only a game out. Not in the worst position. We have a linebacker breakout. We're going to start with re-signing some players. Only $32 million. I actually don't think we're going to re-sign any of these guys. They're all trash. Not literally, because I'm sure a lot of these guys, they're professional football players. They're really good in this Madden rebuild. Trash. Check out, it looks like Josh Downs is having a great year. Anthony Richardson, a lot of interceptions. Don't like that. Jonathan Taylor doing what he does. Josh Downs leading the way in receiving by a large margin. He seems to be the favorite weapon of Anthony Richardson. 687, 9 touchdowns. Sack numbers, offensive line's playing pretty good. Defensively, Franklin leading the way in tackles, Kwity Paye in TFLs, and DeForest Buckner in sacks. Latu has none. Is he getting benched? Not a lot of interceptions. Not a lot of interceptions at all. Let's see. It wasn't offense that I wanted. Defensively, no. Kwity Paye must just be the rush right end. He's not. Why is Latu not there? He's the rush left end. All right, that should be better. And our breakout. Let's see who is Jalen Carley's. You know what? Just see if he gets it. 5 tackles and an interception. I doubt he gets it, but we're giving him the opportunity. We are just going to keep getting through the year, though. There's not a lot to focus on right now. Of course, you knew the rookies' dev traits already. Warren was star. JT Tuimalu was star. We just got to hope we keep winning games. We're going to stop, do the focus scouting, and we'll see y'all at the playoffs. Y'all want to know what irritates me most about this game? And I understand that this is probably a reality, as Josh Downs looks like he had an incredible year. But it's just the way they do some stuff. We're building, trying to fight for the playoffs, even though there's a lot of losses in there. And we're still kind of in contention right here at the bye week. We beat the Broncos, who were an 87 overall. I'm pretty sure they made the playoffs. 41-35. Lose to 2-10 Tennessee, or 2-something Tennessee. Lose to the 6-9 Giants, and then lose to Jacksonville. Just end the year on 3 losses, and then you're out of the playoffs. Where we could have been 9-8 and snuck in. Especially over Denver, if they made it. Anthony Richardson, not a great year. A lot of interceptions. Hopefully he can get past that. Jonathan Taylor, incredible year. Josh Downs, 1,500 yards, 20 touchdowns was incredible. None of the other receivers did too well. Tyler Warren, though, really good year yardage-wise. Gave up a lot of sacks. That wasn't good. Zaire Franklin leading the way in tackles. DeForest Buckner in TFLs, and it looks like DeForest Buckner in sacks with 14.5. He is incredible. Latu and JT Tuamalu did not do too great. 3 picks for Jalen Charles, the right outside linebacker. He had a good year. 3 for Kenny Moore, 2 for Ward, 2 for Juju Brents, 1 for Franklin, Nick Cross, Womack, Ronnie Harrison Jr., and Cam Bynum. So some interesting stat lines. Really, right outside linebacker played great. And well, the Birds Super Bowl, Philadelphia and Baltimore. It's kind of what you expect year one. It's one of those two teams. We're not going to be in any of those conversations. Josh Downs coming in second for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Buckner down there at 7. We're on the list at least. Offensive Rookie, Tyler Warren at 3. Defensive Rookie, nobody there. Quarterback, not going to be on that list. Best Running Back, Jonathan Taylor's at 6. Receiver goes to Josh Downs. Hopefully a depth trait. Best Offensive Lineman, Quentin Nelson there at 5. Best Defensive Lineman, Buckner at 3. Linebacker, nobody there. Defensive back, nobody there. And best kicker, we are also not on that list. Josh Downs does go to Superstar Dev. Anthony Richardson doesn't go up, but we're going to keep running with him for now. Buckner goes up to Superstar X Factor. Carly's does go up to Star. Okay, so that's definitely going to be somebody we keep around. And the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl just like they did in real life in 2024. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. All right, well, we are still not bringing any of these people back. They can all go. We are just going to let the free agency kind of talk. We only got 52 mil. So I'm not super concerned with trying to sign somebody, but we are going to take a look at who is available. And, maybe a one player, you kind of never really want to get below that 20 to 30 mil in cap space. It just really, hurts you. So depending on who's available here, and it's just nobody young, which I get, you're not going to get super young in the free agency. But a decent 25-year-old or 26-year-old even, somebody that's going to be good enough to at least stay on the team outside of like Tutu Atwell. Somebody that's going to be good enough to stay on the team, or even an older outside of Shaq Mason, but an older offensive lineman I wouldn't be upset with. I just don't think that there's anybody here that we really want to focus on trying to bring in. Yeah, the center's not great. Right guard, not really a great option for us. We have decent tackles. The D-line is okay right now. DeForest Buckner's starting to regress. So we really got to watch out there. Justin Simmons, but he's going to regress after a year. Jimmy Ward is going to regress after a year. None of these guys are really super high on my, I want to go get list. Maybe we bring in Josh Carty. I don't know. Yeah, we are going to bring in Josh Carty. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to keep him around for 4 years. Make this a 4-year deal. A star dev, young kicker. We got a decent punter. Let's just see if we get our kicker. And we do. That's the free agency. We got to just take this thing to the draft. Well, we are at the draft, and we have pick 8. We're going to go ahead and get to it. Now, I don't think we're going to take anybody here. I'm going to check out, some of the guys I have scouted, but, we're really not that far off. And if I think we can get some of these guys, later, especially some of the guys we need that are going to make a difference on this team, I'd rather just have some second-round picks. And we're going to take this trade offer from the Seattle Seahawks. Move back to 24, gain a 2nd and a 6th this year. As much as I would love to develop a specific player, sometimes it just doesn't make sense to do, especially when you have a guy like Jerry Fulton here ready to develop and grow. And we're going to take him. We're going to pop him in. Normal dev. Well, he's going to play. He's going to be a part of the secondary. So he was a round 1 talent. I don't know what you want from me. Brooks Oliver. Getting the offensive line straight, we need center. We need interior line. A top 5 talent is hard to pass up on. All right, we are going to go middle linebacker here. Kadero Cadet, a great athlete, looks pretty good. I'm hoping for a hidden dev. I think he'll have one, and he does. Looks like a good left outside linebacker. He's going to start right away. Ranked at 72, got him at 72. Hidden dev. This might be the perfect draft for us. And, I'm actually really happy with this draft class. Fulton's a 75 overall. He's going to start. Brooks Oliver, 79 overall. Hidden dev center, going to start right away. Cadet probably won't start right away, but is a hidden dev middle linebacker. We'll give him a year to develop behind Zaire Franklin. Bobby Jones, going to start at left outside linebacker, 72 overall. Hidden dev, 4 70-plus overall young players that are going to start right away. Antonio Davis, he was a fast receiver that I took. Edward O'Dowd actually may start at right guard. Not a scheme fit, but we might start him there at a 68 overall. Khalid Price, don't know, computer drafted players. I feel good about it, though. We're going to get these guys plugged in, and we'll see you at the start of year 2. And what we definitely improved. The offensive line looks, I'm going to give the slight advantage. McGlinchey was only like a 71. He retired now. O'Dowd comes in at a 69. Nice. Oliver, though, playing up to an 80 overall, hidden depth center, top 5 in his draft class. The rest of the offense looks good. Like there's a lot of talent here. I do want to check out. This is a receiver that the computer drafted, a 6'5" rookie. He is going to make his way onto the field. I'd rather have him over Adonai Mitchell. Just at this point in the Madden rebuild, really. I'd like to see him get some snaps, get on the field, try to develop a little bit. I mean, really, we can kind of set it up like this because Josh Downs is going to be a slot guy. Alec Pierce, he's good. I like Alec Pierce. Huge fan in real life. In the game, I'm not going to focus on trying to develop him. And on the defensive side of the ball, the defense is starting to regress, right? Buckner, he went up to Superstar X Factor at the Super Bowl, lost it. Charvarius Ward was Superstar last year. He lost it. So we do have some aging players, but we do have some young pieces in here that are ready to take over. One being Cadet. Jones is starting playing up to a 75 overall anyway. Fulton, an overall point lower than Nick Cross, but young enough that I think he's going to develop faster. And we're going to focus on trying to bring some new defensive tackle talent in next year to try to replace some of those aging players. And 3-3 at the midseason isn't where you want to be. We consistently putting up 41 points on Denver, though. So, that's cool. Not where we want to be. We do have some players to re-sign. $92 million. I hate this, but you know what? We're going to make it 3. Like we accepted the 5th year and we'll just give him a little bit extra money. He'll stay around. Alec Pierce doesn't want to be here. I'm not going to overpay. We kind of have things in place. Bernard Raymond, we are going to keep. He's pretty good. Same with JT. We'll give him a 2-year, though. Because he was taken in the 2nd round. He's not going to get that 5th-year option. Quiddy Pay can go. Braden Smith, a 2-year seems okay. We might work with that a little bit. If not, we'll replace him. DJ Giddens, 2-year. Because he's actually going to be on the team for that long because of rookie contract stuff. I'm not sure how we're going to do this. A lot of these guys, we're just going to see how they're playing and what their stats look like. Like Alec Pierce, I mean, he's good long-term. Quiddy Pay, not really. Braden Smith, he's 30, but he's good enough. Nick Cross, we found his replacement. Let's see what Alec Pierce wants. This is because Michael Pittman's 28, so he's going to start regressing. Alec Pierce, it just said he was 23, I thought. 26. We'll give you a 3-year 24. All right, he stays for that. That's good enough. I can do that because I think Michael Pittman will probably go. He's 28. Just that won't work in Madden. And for the national focus this year, we are going to go to the defensive side of the ball. Scout the defensive tackles. Anthony Richardson, though, cleaning up the picks. 11 touchdowns, 4 picks, 1,200 yards. Rushing, Jonathan Taylor looks pretty good. Receiving, Josh Downs leading the way. Michael Pittman Jr. taking a step forward again this year. I wanted to see what the rookie had, actually. Price, 260 and a touchdown. Braden Smith, do we re-sign him? I don't know. Our nice rookie center let up 2 sacks, and Dowd hasn't let up a sack. That's pretty cool. Defensively, Zaire Franklin leading the way in tackles, DeForest Buckner in TFLs, and DeForest Buckner in sacks. Not getting great sack numbers out of this defense or pick numbers. The interceptions are lackluster as well. And taking a look at dev traits, Oliver is superstar dev. That's awesome. Love that for the team. It actually looked like O'Dowd. Well, he hasn't developed at all, actually. Don't know why that is. Defensively, we do not know Jones' dev trait yet. I'm going to assume it's star. That's just, again, an assumption. Probably fairly accurate. And everybody else still the same. And, I'm glad Anthony Richardson is doing good right now because this was his final year. No matter what, if he was not playing good this year, we were going to move on and draft a guy. But it looks like we got our guy. Oh, and we do sneak into the playoffs here in year 2, going 8-9. Just barely grabbing that 7 seed is nice. I don't know if we know any of our other dev traits yet. I'm hoping we know Khalid. Okay, Price is only star dev, not developing. O'Dowd's starting to develop. I like that. Up to a 74 overall. It's pretty good. Defensively, Cadet is superstar X Factor. I should have checked because he would have played all year long. Jones is star dev. That is interesting. He would have played all season long. He cannot lose that. We got to keep him from that. Carly's is developing a lot too. His defense is looking pretty good. Stuff's looking up. Anthony Richardson, he started throwing more picks, but we made the playoffs, so hard to complain about it. Rushing, Jonathan Taylor, 1,013 touchdowns. Receiving, Josh Downs, 1,200 yards, 18 touchdowns. Michael Pittman at 8-2. Price 775 and a 4. Not going to be enough for a rookie of the year, I don't think. O'Dowd didn't let up a single sack all year. Where's he at? 17 games played, 1,000 snaps, 0 sacks. If he gets an offensive lineman of the year award as a rookie, that's an incredible draft pick. We don't have to replace him. Jalen Carley's leading the way in tackles with 133. DeForest Buckner in TFL, great TFL numbers this year. Latu in sacks with 10, Buckner with 8, Grover Stewart with 4, Carley's with 4, 3.5 for JT Tuimalu, 3 picks for Kenny Moore, 3 for the rookie Fulton, 2 for Carley's, 2 for Ward, 2 for Brent's, 1 for Franklin and Womack. Definitely an exciting year. I'm hoping for some great dev traits. We've developed really well. We just got to hop into this Buffalo game, see if we can sneak a win against the Buffalo Bills. Well, we're here in Buffalo, and y'all know how we do it. We just jump to the end of the game, see if we can come away with a win, as our offense moved pretty good drive 1. Defense hasn't done much. It's 10-14, 10-17. Can we tie it up? Okay, we take a lead 20-17. Wonder if we can hold it. Can we make a playoff run? 27-27, 27-34. We take down Buffalo. That is exciting. Anthony Richardson. Josh Allen threw for a lot of yards, no touchdowns. Anthony Richardson, about the opposite. Looks like we were running the ball today, as Jonathan Taylor had 134 yards and a touchdown. Anthony Richardson, 52 and a touchdown. DJ Giddens had a rushing touchdown. Receiving, Josh Downs, 81 and a touchdown. Pretty good day. No sacks given up. Defensively, not a single sack, no interceptions. Just really a shootout, and we came out on top. And talk about upsets in the wild card round, as Cleveland took down Houston. We took down Buffalo. Now we have to play Baltimore. Don't feel as good about this one, but we're going to go ahead, hop in and do it and see if we can get the win. And of course, we're in Baltimore, so we're not going to have any home field advantages in this year's playoffs. They got Lamar Jackson. We got the dollar store Lamar Jackson. We're just going to go to the end of the game, see which team's better, as we start with a 7-0 lead. They tie it up. We take a 3-point lead, 10-14. 10-21. This is not going as good. This game has gone downhill. 17-35. We end up losing. Now, I don't want to blame Anthony Richardson, even though I did call him it's Anthony Richardson's fault. Jonathan Taylor didn't do incredibly well. Michael Pittman led the way receiving. Let's see. Only 1 sack in the game. Yeah, only 1 sack. They had the interception. They're a little bit rounded out better team. And Baltimore's back in the Super Bowl for their second year in a row, playing Green Bay. You know who I'm rooting for. Don't want to see the team that beat us win the Super Bowl, but we do have some yearly awards to check out. Probably not going to be an MVP or Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Downs at 5. He's still in that convo. Defensive Player of the Year, Carly's is at 7. Offensive Rookie, nobody. Defensive Rookie, Fulton at 5. Best quarterback, not gonna. Ooh, Anthony Richardson at 9. He makes the list. Best running back, Jonathan Taylor at 6. Receiver, Josh Downs at 3. Offensive lineman, Quentin Nelson and Dowd are on the list. Dowd is kind of a little far down there. Defensive lineman, Buckner on the list. Linebacker, Carly's on the list. Defensive back, Kenny Moore at 7. Best kicker, Cardi at 5. So we didn't get any awards. I'm not 100% concerned about that. I want us to get depth traits. The thing about awards is they generally guarantee them as Josh Downs goes up to Superstar X Factor. No depth trait for Anthony Richardson again, but he played good enough. We're gonna roll with it. Of course, DeForest Buckner goes back up. Fulton goes up to star dev. It's actually really cool. I'm okay with how that shook out. And the Green Bay Packers win the Super Bowl. Baltimore losing their second in a row. Jordan Love, the MVP. I'm gonna go in and make sure we kept all our dev traits here. But I was really thinking about it, and I'm giving Edward O'Dowd the dev trait. He allowed 0 sacks this year. If any rookie right guard came in and did that in the following Madden, they would probably be superstar dev, really. But they're at least going to go up to star dev. So we're going to give him that star dev. Hopefully that helps. Price lost his dev trait. I do not like that. I was really hoping that he would keep it, but I guess he didn't have a good enough year to even consider it. So back down the depth chart, he goes. Actually, let's just go ahead and do this and let it auto reorder those guys. Defensively, Grover Stewart and Kwity Paye lose their dev traits. It's a good thing we're not bringing them back. I don't know why it does that. Cadet is going to take over as the starting middle linebacker. But everybody kept their dev on defense. I like that. Well, outside of the guys that are, regressing at a high speed because of their age. Now, Rasheed Walker is an interesting one. 27. We're going to put a pin in that because I think that may be who we go after. Rasheed Walker is a very interesting. Armand Mimbu is there. He's not even going to be a tackle, I don't think. I definitely think Rasheed Walker is a guy we go after. I'll even give you a 4. We're going to knock this down a little bit, but I'll give you that 4-year deal as long as you come to Indianapolis and not to Jacksonville. I know that much. Yeah, I'm not sure outside of that really. Corner would be a nice addition. A receiver, but there's not really any like high end, just super high end talent. You know what messes me up? In this draft class, like y'all see how Jack Beck has a startup. He's the only rookie that I've come across in this entire roster that has a dev trait, which is insane. Look, Colston Loveland. No. Mason Taylor. No. It's just going to be draft. We're going to try to get Rasheed Walker and go to the draft. And we get him. He signs. We get a new right tackle. We are at the draft. We have picked 25, so we are a little later than we would like to be. Now, there's a couple different options that I kind of want to look into. Receiver is one of them. Now, Slaughter's around 1 later, so that answers my question there. Cornerback, we got a top 5 guy. Very interested in defensive tackle, but I think we can wait on defensive tackle. I think Nate Swan is going to be our guy, and I think we target him in the next round. So I think we're just going to kind of go with Antonio Jackson, the top 5 talent. Looks like an elite athlete. We need corner. Our corners are aging. Ranked at 4, got him at 25. Hidden dev. It's either going to be defensive tackle or that receiver, and I might trade up. It's just going to be the receiver. Defensive tackle, we are going to look after some older guys, I guess. Isaac Slaughter, deep threat, 6'3", looks like a great athlete. Ranked at 19, got him at 57. And normal dev guy, another corner, Kyrie Rhodes, where it's a little bit of a reach, right? But he's 6'5". I feel like he's going to be a good player, and he's normal dev, but I almost want to like move him back to safety. Just a 6'5" corner is insane to me. It's a tall guy. That's a good Hail Mary protector. And this is where we're going to target defensive tackle. Probably should have traded up, to be honest with you. But Del Bush, he's still here. He's coming to the team. Ranked at 114, got him at 116. Normal dev. Defensive tackle develops really easily in this game, so he'll probably see the field immediately. All right, going after another defensive tackle, Max Sherrills. I think we need two. We play two constantly. Kind of looking for a depth trait, but no, don't get one. Well, another draft with the top 5 talent in Antonio Jackson. 77 overall hidden dev corner. Going to be great. Isaac Slaughter. Then we went on a run of normal devs. Could have had a better draft class for sure. Antonio Jackson, he's going to be a long-term fixture. Isaac Slaughter, probably going to make sure he sees the field, try to get him a rookie of the year. Something like that. Looks like a really good receiver. Bush and Sherrills probably won't see the field, but, one of them might. Haven't decided which one yet. One of them might see the field. And as we all know in Madden, year 3 can be a tricky one because you always have a year 3 downfall. Now, I know I got Slaughter in here as a wide receiver too. I want a shot at rookie of the year and a dev trait from him. Hopefully Anthony Richardson can get a dev trait this year. Offensive line looks good. Tyler Warren, good. Jonathan Taylor, good. Receivers, good. Offense is good. Defensively, we may have some issues, but I think we can get past them, especially with Cadet there. We got the rookies in. Jackson, going to be that third corner. Defensive tackle wise, we'll probably just leave Grover Stewart and DeForest Buckner in there. Like, Grover Stewart's still good enough, even though he's aging. I'd like to see JT Tuimalu do a little bit better. Same with Latu. Carly's been great. Jones, second year, but looks really good. Like he's going to develop. Same with Cadet. Cadet didn't get any playing time last year, even though I wish I would have played him because he'd probably be like an 85, 86 overall right now. Fulton and Bynum both look good. Think we're going to be in a really, really great spot to end year 3. And for once, we don't have the year 3 slump so far. I'm speaking too soon, and I know it, but 5-2, 86 overall, 89 offense. We got players to re-sign. 183 mil. Josh Downs, you're staying here, my guy. Thank you. Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to keep him on the 3-year and just bump the money. Yeah, okay. Because realistically past that, he's not staying. Quentin Nelson, dude, you're only 31. He stays. Michael Pittman, we're gonna let go. Anthony Richardson, we will sign. He stays. He developed. He hasn't gotten that star dev yet, but he's developing. Juju Brent stays. Cam Bynum can go. Travarius Ward can go. Kenny Moore. Yeah, all these older guys we're going to let go, honestly, because we don't need them. Those are all players we're probably going to replace anyway. Michael Pittman, regress. Unless any of them get dev traits to hold on for one more year, they're all going to regress drastically. We still have 95 mil we can take into the free agency. And Anthony Richardson, you can throw 11 picks if you got 20 touchdowns already. I'm okay with it. 1,700 yards. Jonathan Taylor falling off a little bit. I don't know what's going on there. Receiving, Michael Pittman leading the way. He wants to get paid. Slaughter doing all right. And, Raymond's like one of our best he's not the best, but one of our better offensive linemen, and he's already got 5 sacks. Carly's leading the way in tackles. Grover Stewart in TFLs. Latu in sacks. 3 picks for Carly's, 3 for Cam Bynum, 2 for the rookie Antonio Jackson, 1 for Fulton, and 1 for Kenny Moore. I'm okay with that statistically. Like I said, hard to complain about it when you're 5-2. You're winning games. Dev traits, I don't think we even had any on offense. Slaughter developing pretty decently though. Defensively, I know we had some Antonio Jackson superstar X Factor dev, I should say. He's getting bumped up. That is your new corner one. We have been on a roll with drafting superstar X Factors. All right, I'm actually changing. I wanted to have him as cornerback one, but he is the slot corner. So he's getting a lot of snaps. So we're just going to kind of let that remain. All right, well, we have a breakout for Jonathan Taylor, 175 yards. We're going to try to find a new goal. Let's see, 150. We're going to do 125 and a touchdown. That's still a lot. Like, that is a lot of rushing yards. I don't know that he's going to get it, but we're going to see. I know it is to go to Superstar X Factor. Got our focus scouting here. Normally, I don't show this, but I am today as... What do we need? Receiver. We need corner. Corner is going to be another need. We're losing Ward. And, I like the look of Charles Stanton. And Peter Jennings. And probably another receiver. They don't have any pro days out yet. Just being the, we're losing Michael Pittman Jr. this year, or not necessarily losing, but not re-signing. Go ahead and throw that on Glenn Jordan. We'll find out if he's good or bad later. Let's see if Jonathan Taylor gets this dev trait. No. We didn't put him in a great spot to succeed. New York and Dexter Lawrence, probably not the best dev trait to go against, but we're 9-4. Just got to kick it to the playoffs. And maybe I got to start speaking about the year 3 slump more often, because 13-4 and the number 1 seed, we get the bye week in the playoffs here. What an incredible year. A lot of wins. Anthony Richardson, 4,500 yards, 45 touchdowns. Did throw 18 picks, but, I'm okay with it. Jonathan Taylor, 1,013 touchdowns. Jonathan Downs, almost 1,400 yards, 20 touchdowns. Michael Pittman, 968 and 8. Slaughter, 945 and 5. Maybe a rookie of the year. I don't know. I don't really think so. Raymond let up 18 sacks. That's ridiculous. Defensively, Cadet led the way in tackles. DeForest Buckner in TFLs, and Latu in sacks with 10. Pretty decent. Kenny Moore with 5 picks. Carly's with 4. Antonio Jackson with 4. 4 for Bynum. 1 for Ward. 1 for Jerry Fulton. Maybe a rookie of the year for Antonio Jackson there. Kicking wasn't great. I expect more. Decent from Rigoberto. Yeah, man, what a year. 13-4 is kind of really taking me off guard. You never see that out of year 3. I was fully expecting to miss the playoffs. Anthony Richardson playing up to a 90 overall. Kind of insane. Offensive line looks good. Jonathan Taylor, again, everything just looks good right now. It's kind of hard to be upset about. Defensively, Jackson playing up to an 83, Cadet up to an 85. Like, these guys are playing their butts off. And I got no complaints about it. Absolutely none. These guys are playing top of their game. Josh Downs has developed awesome. He's, wide receiver 1 really on the team, even though he's a slot guy. And we really just got to get to the divisional round, see who our first opponent in the playoffs is. The New York Jets at 8-9. I'm really hoping that this is going to be a team that we can beat. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to hop in. I'm hoping this is going to be a team that we can beat. I don't know. Do they still have Justin Fields? Is that still QB1 for the Jets? All right, well, we are jumping to the end of the game. To the next play, because, my inputs don't work half the time. But we're going to the end of the game. Now, not a good start, but we do tie it 7-7. Can we get ahead? Can our offense roll? 14-7, 21-7, 21-14. We're a better team than this Jets team. 31-14. That should do it. That's going to be game over right there. 38-17. They almost came back. 31-38, we get the win. I was a little worried there, but Anthony Richardson, 373, 4 touchdowns and an interception. Solomon Peak is the new quarterback of the New York Jets. Played a pretty good game, not terrible. Rushing, Jonathan Taylor, 49, not great. DJ Giddens with the rushing touchdown. Josh Downs, 101 yards and a touchdown. Who else? Michael Pittman had 71 and 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor caught a touchdown. Did we let up any sacks? No, but they let up 2. Defensively, who had our 2 sacks? DeForest Buckner. And Jalen Carley's with an interception, and Jamie and Sherwood had theirs. So, I mean, good game. We end up coming out by a touchdown. And it's year 3. We're in the AFC Championship against the Los Angeles Chargers. We got a weekly award winner. Is it going to be Anthony Davis or Anthony Richardson? It is. And it is also Cadet with a forced fumble and 2 fumble recoveries. You got to love those turnovers. Looks like the Commanders are doing pretty well on their side of the ball, too. Going to go ahead, jump into this game against Los Angeles. Try to beat the Chargers. It's going to be a tough one. They're a good team. All right, well, still in Indianapolis. Still going to the end of the game. I'm a little worried about this game. This is a tough team as they have a 14-3 lead really fast. 17-10. Can we tie at 17-17? They're moving the ball with ease, 24-17. Can we... Okay, I'm going to take it slow now. We got a tie game, 24-24. They are playing lights out as they are going to get down here and score. Can we do something? 2nd and 10. 3rd and 10. Why do we always get in these situations? We move the ball fine all game. And we get in these situations and we just can't do anything. Not sure I'm a huge fan of this play. Okay, give me the pass interference. Give me the pass interference, please. There we go. Pass interference, defense on Rashad Stockton. We're accepting that. Give me the ball back. 6 minutes left. 7-point game. Going to run it at our best 2 offensive linemen right behind them. And Jonathan Taylor is going to get 10. You know, I really struggle on whether or not I should throw this ball. Now, obviously, I'm not throwing it anywhere near Derwin James. But we are going to hit Tyler Warren, who is going to get another first down for us. Keep it in hurry up. Anthony Richardson with the interception is just... I don't like it. But we are going to hit Jonathan Taylor. Get out there. Get in front of your blocks. Get the first down. I was a little worried that defensive lineman was going to catch me there, and I was going to be very, very hot about it. Something I can't wait for in Madden 26. You know, they say your fast players are supposed to feel faster, as we're going to throw that away. Because that's a situation. Fast player, Anthony Richardson. Why doesn't he feel faster? I just kind of want to get Derwin James out of the middle of the field. I don't want him laying a hit stick. As we hit Josh Downs, and he is going to get us down to the 2-yard line. And we have taken a lot of time here, and I'm not a fan of how much time we've taken. As Anthony Richardson is going to scramble into the end zone for the touchdown. We're just going to tie it here, and we're coming out on defense. All right, 4 minutes left. I don't really know what to do here. We're going to play as Cadet and try to stop this team. I don't know what happened there. I guess Najee tried to spin. It just automatically threw the hit stick to the back as we got 2nd and 8. Again, another situation where... Why did it do that to me? Oh my gosh, who is that? Maybe I shouldn't have played offense. 3:21 left. Are they going to try to slow this down? No, they're not. I mean, he just bulldogged my linebacker, bro. What is going on here? These guys are open. We're a man coverage team. Let's get in here. As Carley's is going to get the TFL 3rd and 7. We know a pass is coming. How about we be prepared for it? And Ladd McConkey's going to catch it right away. I'm very confident a run is coming. Like, very confident. What are we doing there? There you go, Ward. Why does he look like that? He looks like he has no drip. Again, I still have a feeling a run is coming. And we're going to stop it. We're calling a timeout there. 3rd and 10. Now, this is where I feel like we want to press. There we go. There we go. We stop them. 4th and 6. Now, we still will have a timeout after this field goal. So I am okay with that. Now, a block right here would be just unbelievable. Because we're going to have to score a touchdown unless they miss it. And they are not going to miss it. We got 1:21 to score a touchdown. All right, we got 1:17. We got one timeout. Going to just try and do a little bit of free play in here. As Michael Pittman is going to get the catch there. I don't like that that was like that, but Jonathan, oh my gosh, why is it behind him? One of my biggest gripes always with Madden is that, like, if it says something is behind them, or like if a pass is behind somebody, or says it's perfect, like it is always, always, always behind the person. It's never in front of, or they never catch it in stride. You have to then like change it. As we're going to hit Michael Pittman. We're calling our timeout here. You know, it really worries me because I don't know what we're supposed to do here. As just an inaccurate ball to Michael Pittman as he's wide open over there. Really infuriating. Okay. And incomplete. Another wildly inaccurate ball. We have got to find a way to move the ball down the field. Hit Slaughter. Get out of bounds. There we go. We're in field goal range. We don't have any timeouts, so we really cannot afford to do anything over the middle of the field. My main goal here is just to throw that away. Throw that away. I'm gonna try to get a shot to the end zone. That's my only play right here. Is just try to find a way to get a shot to the end zone. See if I can get a shot to the end zone and maybe capitalize there. But we have got to make sure we go out of bounds. Nope, throwing that away. Did we just get... I was getting hit. I was getting hit. I really think I did. I think I just got myself taken out of the... Oh, Josh Downs. We hit the... Okay. You know, it's probably not realistic. Don't care. Don't care. Don't know what Derwin James was doing there. I guess when you get those lone streaks, which it wasn't even supposed to be, there were supposed to be two guys out there. I just kind of... Yeah, here we go. Yeah. I had Josh Downs and Slaughter streaked, and I just saw Downs. I was really not trying to underthrow it. I just wanted to put it out to the right, and it was an underthrow. I click on. Derwin James doesn't know where he's going. Again, this is a thing of like the ball is always behind the receiver because I'm looking to put it out in front. Like I want this ball in the end zone, and let me see. Do we have? I mean, we have a little bit of pressure on us, but by the time I start throwing this, we really don't. And I'm trying to put it over there at the I, in between the L and the I. Like that's where I want this ball. I want Josh Downs catching it there, and he catches it at the 5. It's behind him, not even as far over as I wanted, and it's a touchdown though. Complain about it to brick wall. I really don't care. Not great passing day. Like most of Anthony Richardson's passing was from us. I mean, Najee Harris ran all over us, and that's unacceptable. Receiving, Slaughter, 82 and a touchdown. Josh Downs, 128 and a touchdown. Probably mostly us. Kadero Cadet with a sack. That's awesome. And an interception. So he's doing his superstar X Factor type things. I can't talk. Well, it might have been a little bit of a fluky win, but I don't care. I'm about results and W's. And we got the W as we find our way into the Super Bowl. Now, who we have to play, it looked like Minnesota, We can play the Minnesota Vikings. We are. It's going to be a tough one. Now, we do have the overall advantage on them. 5 overall points, 91 overall offense, 87 overall defense is what we are. We take a look at our yearly awards. And Anthony Richardson on the MVP shortlist. We're on the Coach of the Year shortlist. We feel like we should have been higher. Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Downs is there. Defensive Player of the Year, nobody. Offensive Rookie, Slaughters at 2. Sadly, Defensive Rookie, the Ravens got both. Jackson at 3. Quarterback on the list, running back goes to Jonathan Taylor. Must have been a bad year for running backs. Best receiver, Josh Downs at 3. Best offensive lineman goes to Quentin Nelson. Who was on the list? O'Dowd on the list. He's been great. Best defensive lineman, Latu down there at 9. Linebacker, anybody? No. DB, we have 3 people on the list. Kenny Moore, Cam Bynum, and Jackson all on the list at 3, 4, and 5. Best kicker, Cardi at 5. I do want to see what kind of dev traits we got going into the Super Bowl. I'd love to see a star dev for Anthony Richardson, and we get one. Slaughter doesn't go up. Tyler Warren does, though. That's interesting. Slaughter is, he's an 80 overall now. He's playing good. Jonathan Taylor didn't go up. Harley's goes up to Superstar Dev. Kenny Moore goes up to Superstar Dev. Maybe we try to re-sign him for a year. Everybody else stays the same. That is hey, it's hard to be upset about that. Hard to be upset about that. This has got to be our Super Bowl year. We have got to take down the Minnesota Vikings. So we are going to hop in here, and we're going to try to. We are in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Is this a home game for Minnesota? As we are going to jump to the end of the game, and we take a 3-0 lead. Can we answer with a touchdown? We do. 10-0, 17-0 so far. 17-7. They finally get on the board. 24-7. I'd like us to keep our foot on the gas. 31-7. This game is over. 38-7. The Colts are your Super Bowl champions. What a year. What a team we've built. I didn't even touch the XP sliders in this, and we've seen more development and a better system than when I did, so maybe I leave him alone. Anthony Richardson, 217, 2 touchdowns rushing. Jonathan Taylor, 77 and 2 touchdowns. DJ Giddens with a touchdown. They got Rondale Moore. Josh Downs, 68 and a touchdown. Michael Pittman with a touchdown. Defensively, do we have any sacks? We did not. JT Tuamalu with 2 TFLs, though. Kenny Moore with the interception. What a year from this Colts team. And Anthony Richardson is our Super Bowl MVP as we murdered the Minnesota Vikings. I do want to see what dev traits we lost, because I'm absolutely positive that we lost them. Jonathan Taylor, goes down to star dev. That's kind of tough. Nobody else went lost on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, Buckner loses his. Kenny Moore loses his. Cam Bynum loses his. Again, all those guys are guys we were looking to replace. Grover Stewart now down to a 71 overall. All people we were looking to replace. I don't think we're going to have to or worry about re-signing them, really. Kenny Moore, if he would have kept his dev trait, we probably would have re-signed. But these guys are just full-on regression mode now. We're not going to keep them. It's got to be free agency. I really think only Tyleek. We haven't had to do a lot in the free agency. We signed Tyleek. It's not a big deal. We can go to the draft now, and we can get players there that are going to develop and start. All right, well, of course, we're at the draft, and of course, we have pick 32. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I just advanced to the end of the draft. That is tough. What do we get? A left tackle? We didn't need a left tackle. We needed a defensive tackle. A speed rusher? Really? We sold. Is the receiver any good? No, he's not. All right, well, the draft sucked. We didn't get a single hidden dev. We have now kind of not replaced the players we needed to replace. And yeah, we're in a tough spot. This defense regressed a lot, and simulating the draft didn't help us because our first 2 picks were left tackle and receiver. And we had way bigger needs. The computer sim logic hopefully is way better in Madden 26 because this year it's just not it. And we do have some stuff we need to look at. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to go through this free agency, maybe find some of those hidden dev like undrafted free agents, bring in a defensive tackle. Now he's not a scheme fit, but he does have a hidden dev. So we're just going to hope that he can put something together and really get to turning the wheels. Got a 6'5" strong safety. That's a run stopper if I've ever seen one, a 6'5" guy. Just going to try to make it work, man. If we can at least squeak into the playoffs and compete, I'll be happy. And we can really set it up for year 5. The good news is we're 5-2 again. So year 4, we didn't have I really thought we were going to fall off because of our defense. We haven't. Now, Carly's, you're staying. You superstar dev, 84 overall. Latu, staying. I'm not going to get particular with my money. Tiamalu, you're going to stay, even though you haven't done much. Jarvis Reed, we're going to pay. This is a steal, technically. But, it's okay. It's just going to be okay. Everybody else, I am content with letting walk. Fulton will probably accept Fulton's 5th year. Now, Anthony Richardson looks like he's having an incredible year. 1,900 yards, 22 touchdowns already, 4 interceptions. Jonathan Taylor, down year a little bit, but he's starting to regress. Receiving, Josh Downs leading the way. Alec Pierce, 393, 5 touchdowns. Tyler Warren doing great. Slaughter doing all right. Offensive line playing pretty good. Defensively, Kadero Cadet leading the way in tackles. Latu in TFLs. Tiamalu in sacks. Our sack numbers have gone down. When you don't have that defensive tackle to really, get you through there, it doesn't help. Not a lot of interceptions. You'd expect more. We got a superstar X Factor corner. Don't know why it's not happening. We just got to keep trucking through the year, man. I'm hoping. Now, it looks like we went on a 5-game win streak. Our 2 losses are the last 2 weeks. Hopefully that doesn't mean anything for the future and we're not on this big losing streak, but we got to get to the playoffs. Well, I should have been worried because 6-11, we did go on it looks like 2 incredibly long losing streaks there. Just the streakiest of teams. 5-game win streak to start the year. Putting up points, beat division rivals, beating some good teams. Then go on a 6-game losing streak. Beat the Panthers, lose out. Just our defense, man. Our defense was really hurting. They weren't doing what I was hoping for, as Josh Downs, again, incredible year. Incredible year out of Anthony Richardson. Jonathan Taylor starting to fall off a little bit, not breaking 1,000. Josh Downs, again, incredible year. 1,500 yards, 19 touchdowns. Alec Pierce, a good year. Good receiving numbers. Our superstar dev center giving up 10 sacks is kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. Kadero Cadet leading the way in tackles. Latu in TFLs with 20. Tuamalu in sacks. The rookie David Moats with 5. Must be pretty decent. And Kyrie Rhodes, 4 interceptions. Maybe a dev trade. Maybe he's pretty good there. 3 picks for Carly's, 2 for Jackson, 2 for Fulton, 1 for a couple others. Maybe we have something stick there. I'm okay with this because we get a good draft pick. We can really bolster up for year 5. I'm excited, hoping that we can get some Anthony Richardson, another dev trait. Maybe we're going to have to look at running back. We need a defensive tackle terribly. I mean, Reed only went up 1 overall all year. I get he's a 62, but that's a low threshold for overall. You should be able to go up from that. Now, I'm not saying he should be, a 75 overall, but even a 65. He started as a 62. Rhodes up to a 77, so that's not terrible. Strong safety doesn't have to be our biggest need now. And with the 4 picks, you can likely see a dev trait, as we're just going to sim to the Super Bowl. 87 overall team, man. We really let ourselves down on the defensive side of the ball. And again, a running back is another. The Jets and the Bears, 2 sold franchises, finding their way into the Super Bowl. That's how you know it's Madden. Anthony Richardson, 2nd for MVP. Not going to be Coach of the Year, I can guarantee it. Josh Downs is Offensive Player of the Year. Anthony Richardson at 3. It's got to be a dev trait year for him. Carly's on the list for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie, no. Defensive Rookie. Moats is there, but no. Best quarterback goes to Anthony Richardson. That's a dev trait. Best running back, Jonathan Taylor at 4. Best receiver goes to Josh Downs. Best offensive lineman, Quentin Nelson is on the list. Best defensive lineman, no. linebacker. Carly's at 3. Defensive back, not on the list. Best kicker, not on the list there either. Really struggled this year, but I think we got some depth traits. Especially, we had to get one for Anthony Richardson. He goes up to superstar dev. That's all I wanted. Defensively, Tyleik Williams goes up to star dev and Rhodes goes up to star dev. So we need one defensive tackle. We need some corners. We're strong safety. I'm not upset with. I'm not upset with that. There, he can really cook something up. Try to see who wins this Super Bowl. Oh, I guess we're not going to try to see. We're going to see who wins the Super Bowl. Roma Dunze is your Super Bowl MVP. All right, well, we didn't re-sign anybody. We just got the free agency here. And, okay, I'm doing this. I'm bringing us in another corner. Terry and Arnold is going to be a part of the team. All right, these are our targets. Terry and Arnold, Jordan Davis, Matthew Golden. I'll finally sign him now. It's been long enough. Alec Pierce started regressing, and we don't really have another guy. I prefer somebody with, a good depth trait, a real superstar, but I don't think it's going to happen. So we're just going to send these 3 guys and we get Jordan Davis. We didn't get Terry and Arnold. He went to the Saints. Oh, that is a tough look. Yeah. So we really need Matthew Golden to sign and he doesn't. So we just get Jordan Davis. We've been on a one free agent streak lately. We just got to get to the draft. All right, well, we're at the draft. We have pick 6. This is actually pretty good for us because we need a top end player, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Now, none of those guys are great. Eric Rose, pretty good. We really need corner. And wow, there is not a lot of good corner talent. We need defensive tackle. That guy looks all right. I think we just go with the top 5 talent and BJ McCauley. He's a top 5 talent. He's probably normal dev. No, he is hidden. That's perfect. That's 100% perfectly fine. We go to round 2. James Bonds. You love the name. James Bonds. 007. Ranked at 50. Hidden dev. Gonna start. All right, going with the receiver here. Terrence Scott looks pretty decent. Round 3 to 4 guy. Ranked at 10. Normal dev, though, but still a high overall. Maybe we move Jonathan Downs or Josh Downs. Not Jonathan. Josh Downs out of the slot. Put him there. Let him get like a rookie of the year or something. Got another corner. Looks like a really good athlete. Just a slot guy. Hidden dev. There you go. We get a second hidden dev corner in this draft class. I am going to draft a defensive tackle here, though, and Roman Faulkner. Doesn't look great, but looks decent enough. He's a big run stopper guy. He's terrible, but he's hidden dev, so he's going to start. All right, just a super speedy receiver here. Ran 4.27. Those 4.27 guys, sometimes they can be hidden dev, and he is. That means he's going to see the field. And, well, I'm not really upset with what we did because we have a lot of hidden devs. Hidden dev corner, hidden dev receiver, normal dev or hidden dev running back, normal dev receiver, hidden dev corner, hidden dev defensive tackle, hidden dev receiver. I don't know what Kelvin Sharpton is. He's normal dev, but he's going to be a backup guy. He was, that 7th round pick. Another solid draft, man. We can really turn these pieces into, cornerstones of this team as long as we win games. And this is how the team is looking when we go into year 5. Receivers kind of went downhill, but I still think we're going to be all right. Anthony Richardson, James Bonds. The offensive line looks great. Tyler Warren developed awesome. Defensively, Carly's went up to Superstar X Factor. I don't remember seeing that, but he did go up to Superstar X Factor. We have I don't know why it did this with our corners, but we have those guys there. Rhodes is going to stay the starting strong safety because he got that depth trait, the pretty decent year last year that he had. Rest of the defense looks really good. We're not going to start Faulkner. It's the last year, so development isn't a huge thing. We really just want stats, and we want the best player in there, and that's going to be Tyleik Williams. We put Joseph in as slot corner. Got, of course, Tuamalu, Jordan Davis, and Latu as your rush players. Jones, the rookie receiver, we threw in the slot, hoping for a rookie of the year. Now, I don't know why Bonds should be the power back there. We'll probably leave Jonathan Taylor there, let him get some touches. He's still good enough as a player. And We're just going to get into year 5 and hope we can make it back to the Super Bowl. And at 3-3, I don't feel great, but we got a top defense. We got players to re-sign. Don't have a lot of money though, as Cadet stays. And yeah, I mean, this is really a tough. You gotta re-sign the superstar depth center, right? And Tyler Warren. We don't have enough. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's not really a big deal, as this is the last year of the rebuild anyway. We already got a Super Bowl, so we're not in a push to try to win one. We don't know Bond's dev trait yet. I'm pretty sure Clemens is superstar dev, but we're just gonna keep him down there. Uh, we Macaulay is star dev. We don't know Joseph's yet. We need to be better. But like I said, okay, it didn't change anything. Our defense is playing good. We're the first in opponent's points per game, second in opponent pass yards, first in opponent rush yards. It's a pretty good year. It's hard to argue with. Anthony Richardson, 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. James Bonds not doing great, 273, 4 touchdowns though. Receiving, Isaac Slaughter leading the way, 395, 2 touchdowns. Myron Jones, 347 and 5 touchdowns. How do our sack numbers look? Not bad. Rasheed Walker been really good on this team. Defensively, Kadero Cadet leading the way in tackles. Jordan Davis in TFLs. Tyleek Williams in sacks. Guess it's good that we started him. 2 picks for Jerry Fulton, 1 for Rhodes, 1 for Carley's, and 1 for BJ McCauley. I wish our superstar X Factor would do a little bit more there. Well, we lost one, went on a 2-game win streak. We're at the 9 seed, but we have a quarterback breakout for Anthony Richardson. This is, I might go a little bit out there. And I might hop in. We're going to go 4 touchdowns. I might hop into this game. I might get him this dev trait. It's not something I see any or most other Madden YouTubers do. They don't hop into these regular season games. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to be different. That's what matters. We're hopping in. We're going to play this dev trait game. It's something I think I'm going to start doing a lot more of. Because anytime we have a dev trait game, I'm going to hop in. I'm just going to use that one player. I'm not going to try to, completely control the outcome of the game. But I am going to want to use that player and try to get a dev trait with said player, as our goal here is going to be 4 touchdowns with Anthony Richardson. And my goal is probably going to be to get said touchdowns as Tyler Warren's just trucking over people. And then sim out. If I can get those touchdowns early, if I get all 4 of them in the first half, then we're simming out the rest. But, breakout games are so important for a lot of different reasons, and a lot of different positions. And some they're hard. If I hold true to it and I'm doing breakouts no matter what, I'll have to hop in there on the corners and get the corners as Myron Jones goes down for a first down. But I want to mix something up. I want to be a little different. I want to try to get in there, see if we can get I don't like most of the time if I get a dev trait, we don't even get it. We don't come close to getting it. So I would like to be able to change that, as we're going to hit Tyler Warren in stride and get the first one on the corner route on Hufunga, I believe was who was in coverage. We're back out there. We're ready to go again. Josh Downs on that outside, even though he's not your traditional X receiver. It's where we're going to have him lined up. We're going to hit Slaughter for the first down and some down to the 44. We're going to throw a run in here. Actually, I don't like that run. We're going to go to this run with the way they're lined up. Try to get Bonds a little bit of yards. We don't want to. We did nothing. I wish that spin was a little bit faster. That's not what I hit, but okay. We're just going to run with it. It's Jonathan Taylor in anyway. Slaughter's down there somewhere, wide open in the end zone for the second touchdown. There's no saying on how we have to move down the field. We just got to make sure Anthony Richardson gets 4 touchdowns, as Jonathan Taylor is going to get the first down. See, he's still running. He still feels way better than the rookie, to be honest with you. I was hoping the rookie was going to be in there on that. They're crowding the line. I really don't like this run look. But we're going to go for it as Bond is going to get a gain of 6. You know, we're getting really close to this, and I'm going to change this. I want Tyler Warren on a post, and I want to try to zip it into him. It's not going to be there. We're going to hit Jones, who's got the speed to outrun Dre Greenlaw, but does get taken down at the 7. I think they're giving the inside leverage here. And we're going to hit Josh Downs. Get our 3rd touchdown. 3 touchdowns. Like I said, we're probably going to have all 4 before the half. As we're going to hit Jones again for another 1st down. Gain of like 13, 14 there. I don't know that I want this to... I don't know that this is going to work. No, they're going to fade inside. No, he's not. And we're going to have our 4th touchdown. Going to hit Jones. That was quick. Now, like I said, just going to go to the end of the game. I guess we'll stick around and watch. We have a huge lead, 31-10. You know, again, I get a lot of it was us, but we really just wanted to make sure we got that depth trait for Anthony Richardson, as, you know, he's probably going to have a lot more than I want him. I don't know if it was the 0 interceptions thing, but he had his 4 touchdowns. Oh, he did have 0 interceptions. He had his 4 touchdowns and 400 yards. Bond was not great. Actually, technically, Anthony Richardson had 6 touchdowns because he had 2 rushing. Marvin Mims killed us. Myron Jones had a great game. Slaughter, a great game. It's just an incredible team. We have Jordan Davis, Latu with sacks. Carly's with an interception. What a game. And of course we know Anthony Richardson got his depth trait. He's going to be superstar X Factor now. It's what you need. And 10,000 XP is quite insane. And of course, you guessed it, as an 89 overall team, we only won 1 more game past that. We were 6-4. We go 7-10. I don't even know what to think, man. Anthony Richardson, incredible. Rushing, James Bond, could have been better. Receiving, Slaughter, 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns. Myron Jones, probably a rookie of the year. Carly's and Cadet, both incredible. Latu, really good year. Jordan Davis stepped up for us. Fulton, great year. Carly's 3 picks. McCauley 3 picks from the rookie. It had to be coordinators or playbooks because, like, the midseason, we were 3-3. And then we go on this streak right here, this 3-game streak. We're 6-4 then. Then we lose just everything. Like, really, what? Only not many of. I mean, there were some blowouts there, especially against the Texans and Chiefs. We were way better overall than the Chiefs, and then we finally beat the Chargers. We lost to the Raiders. It was terrible. Our defense fell apart. We were doing decent at the midseason, and we just fell apart. Our offense turned good. You know, we lost to Las Vegas. They were 7-10 as well, not as good. Kansas City, the Chargers. We beat Denver, but that was the game we hopped into. We just weren't winning games. I think we lost to New England. Like, Jacksonville blew us out of the water. Houston, I can understand, even though I think we won the first time against Houston. See if we got anything. MVP, Anthony Richardson at 2. Coach of the year, we're not going to be there. Offensive player of the year, Anthony Richardson. Defensive player of the year, Latu's on the list. Offensive rookie, Bonds is at 2. Our rookie receiver wasn't even there. He had 13 touchdowns. McCauley at 3 for defensive rookie of the year. Best quarterback, Anthony Richardson. Running back, not on the list. Receiver, not on the list. We had a guy with 13 touchdowns. We're not there. No O-line. No Latu on the D-line. Linebacker, no. Defensive back, no. Fulton is at 10. And kicker, no. So not great awards either. Really fell apart, man. I thought we were going to be able to carry from that Super Bowl pretty easy. And we kept the core of the team together. So I don't understand that. Anthony Richardson, he's incredible. Bonds is incredible. Was it Jones? Was he the rookie? He wasn't the rookie. I thought he was the rookie. It must have been Scott that we needed to make, or just put in his spot. McCauley and Joseph, both star devs. Fulton goes up to superstar dev, which is nice. I forgot we were looking at dev traits. Josh Downs actually regressed. I was hoping Slaughter would go up 1,200 yards the season he had, you know. Really kind of a star dev type of season. Rhodes is doing good. Everybody looks good. And it sucks that this is where we have to wrap it up, not getting a Super Bowl, not getting a Super Bowl in the last year or another Super Bowl. we really screwed ourselves with simulating that draft. I wish, if I could go back and change that, I think we would have had at least another Super Bowl, one more Super Bowl. But that is wrapping this one up, folks. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 400, 500, 600, 700, 1,000 subscribers. We want to build a nice community over here. Let me know down in the comments what team you want to see next. And until next time, y'all have a good one.